Good day and God bless. I am Miss Jamaica Shane Marshall from Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English. So for today, I will be continuing our report. My assigned topic is all about challenging economic inequity. Economic inequity, also known as the gap between rich and poor, income inequality, wealth disparity, or wealth and income differences. The concept of inequity is distinct from that of poverty and fairness. So now, how can the resources of the world be more fairly distributed? These are the following suggestions pulled from various organizations working for development and from participants of workshops conducted by the Center for Peace Education. So, let's start with global. First is establish a new international and political economic order that is fair. So I think this new international and political economic should work together through uniting, respecting, and the aim is to promote economic development among the poor countries by improving their terms of trade and increasing development assistance. Second, the wealthy countries should open up their markets to poor countries without conditionality. So, it is important that the wealthy countries should take more responsibility for helping the poorer countries in such areas because it will help eradicate poverty to an absolute end. This will help people become economically sound, socially responsible, and to fight poverty in developing nations. Third, developed countries should provide unconditional debt relief as it is the foreign debt burden that compels most developing countries to reduce allocations for basic social and economic services. So, debt is a major development issue. There is widespread support for lifting the burden of debt from the poorest countries. Debt relief frees developing countries from their debt service payments. They can then use these savings to contribute to poverty reduction. Fourth, the assistance given to developing nations should be in the form of grants without conditions that further push the country in the bottom of the poverty cauldron. And fifth, rich countries should open access to technologies as technology helps propel. So it is a big contribution in rich countries to open access to technologies that it has profound effects in the economy, such as reducing the national cost of production and establishing standards for quality. 6. Reduce military expenditures so that more resources could be made available. So now let's proceed to national. So first, a genuine and comprehensive agrarian reform program should be implemented. So the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program was implemented by President Corazon Aquino. It is the redistribution of the agricultural resources of a country. So basically, the aim of this program is changing power relation by abolishing large landed property and feudal production system, and this would contribute to the political stability of the country. Second, the government should increase subsidy for education, which helps even the playing field. Third, the government and private leading institutions should institute credit reforms that will support small and medium-scale entrepreneurs. So, the small and medium-scale entrepreneurs have a very important role in developing the Philippine economy. They help reduce poverty by creating jobs for the country's growing labor force, and it also boosts performance and economic growth. Fourth, the government should provide training skills programs such as livelihood and marketing programs. Fifth, progressive taxation reforms should be instituted to increase the purchasing of the poor. Rural infrastructures such as farm-to-market roads and drying facilities for harvest should be developed. So, progressive taxation has direct impact on reducing income inequality. Our taxation rates, however, must be based on our own realities. On the pro side, a progressive tax system reduces the tax burden on the people who can less afford to pay. 6. The government should make itself more accessible and visible to the people through decentralization. 7. The transnational corporation should be obliged to make contributions to community development and environmental protection. So, the main goal for such a transnational corporation is to get as much profit as possible. In most cases, they strive to advance and highlight the development of a global capitalism. 8. A code of conduct should be set for transnational corporation to be followed. And lastly, reduce military expenditures so that more resources will be made available for basic services and productive activities. So, increasing military expenditure lead by increasing economic growth rates, while increased military spending leads to slower economic growth. It is ascertained that military expenditures has several positive effects such as capital, labor, growth, and effectual use of available resources in the economy as a whole.